Good morning. Welcome to my COVID-19 marathon number 6. Today is also my 35th marathon. It would have been the OC marathon today, but that got postponed until November. But I am doing their virtual spring cleaning marathon. So we got that going on today too, as well as crazy travel story time. Today's story is the Great Granada Bus Ride of 2013. Let's go. All right, it's the 5K mark and it's time for the Great Granada Bus Ride of 2013. So on March 25th, 2013, my friend Brian and I went to Spain, and we're both backpackers like gung-ho, like how many countries can we do in one trip? And so this trip, I believe we did 10 cities in 4 countries, 2 continents. And so here we are in Spain, and it's it's April 1st, 2013, and we are going from Cordoba, Spain to Granada. Now, if you've ever been to southern Spain, you know it's very mountainous, and it is faster to take a bus that can go over the mountains than to take a train that has to weave through slowly. So we opt for the bus because it's, give or take 3 hours. And we got 20 minutes at the Cordoba bus station before our train leaves. So Brian is a guy who likes his beer. And so our rule was, whatever city we're in, we need to make sure we have a beer. So we're at the bus station. They happen to serve beer. So Brian goes and gets his beers, and he comes back with 2 beers each, and each beer is like 20 ounces. And I think I drank 38 of my 40 ounces of beer. And then we get on the bus. 10-kilometer mark. All right, so we get on the bus and we go straight to the back, and Brian lays out across the back seat and just passes out. He's out for the whole time. And I sit right in front of him in a normal seat and stare out the window and take some pictures and stuff. But about a half an hour in, I gotta pee. $15-kilometer mark, and back to the story. So I'm on the bus, and I got about 2.5 hours to go still, and I gotta pee because not only do I have my 38 ounces of beer in me, but I got who knows how much water and my morning coffee and everything, and my bladder is sloshing around. And bus drivers don't stop unless they smoke and need a break. This bus driver, he didn't smoke. So moving forward, now we're about an hour into the trip, and I gotta burst, man. And the only thing that I have with me is a 20-ounce bottle of water. And I did the only thing that I could think of, which was pound the 20 ounces of water and then fill that bottle right back up with 20 ounces of urine. But I had such a flow going. I had so much liquid in my bladder. We almost had a situation there where I couldn't top it off, but I did, and that catastrophe was avoided. So I sat there with my warm bottle of urine in the seat next to me. Now, was I relieved? For a minute, yes, but it didn't take long because I had just put 20 more ounces of water back into my bladder. So I still got a lot going on, and within minutes I am right back where I started from. All right, this is a 13.1 mile mark, halfway done, and we're gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone here as I continue the story with voiceover while I rehydrate and get some biofreeze on me. So anyway, back to the story. I'm on the bus, and I got my warm bottle of urine next to me, and Brian's passed out in the back seat, and I still have to pee like a racehorse, like a llama in deep December. Whatever phrase you want to use for the extreme need to urinate, that was me. And we were still 2 hours away from Granada. So I didn't know what to do. My mind was completely occupied with having to urinate, and my bladder muscles were working overtime. I thought maybe I should wake Brian, but then what could he do? So I looked back at him, and there was his bottle of water in the side pocket of his backpack, and it was full. There was only one thing to do. I took his bottle of water, I drank all 20 ounces of it, and emptied the bottle, and then filled it right back up with my own liquid. And the same thing happened. 20 ounces was not enough, and I had to struggle to pinch things off, but I was able to do it. And on top of that, I had just put 20 more ounces of liquid in my bladder. I was again right back where I started. So annoyed. I had to pause my running app while I recorded that last minute of the story. And then when I went to start it again, I accidentally hit save and quit. So now my marathon is split up into 2 half marathons according to my app, which means I don't have one picture of the full 26 miles I got. I'll have 2 screenshots of each of 13.1. And that chaps my hide. Hey, whatever works, man. You do it. Mile 20. So I'm on the bus. Brian's still passed out across the back seat, and next to me are my 2 warm bottles of urine. And I am not relieved at all. My bladder is so full. My back teeth are swimming, you know what I mean? You know, and whether I like it or not, I gotta see a man about a horse. So now, although the liquid transfer between bottle to bladder and bladder to bottle didn't relieve me, it did buy me some time, and I still got a burst, and my mind is still completely occupied with, you know, how I'm gonna let the steam out of the radiator. And by this time, I think we're about an hour away from Granada. And this is the longest bus ride of my life. I start digging through my backpack, like, do I have any other form of container? Does Brian have any form of container? Anything? Because I really don't know how much longer I can hold it. All right, this is mile 22. And so back to the story. We're about an hour away from Granada, and I gotta shake hands with an old friend, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting desperate. And this is seriously what went through my head. All right. So the bus wasn't full. The nearest passenger besides Brian was about 6 or 7 rows ahead of me, and remember, I'm all the way in the back. And suddenly I hear a baby. And there's a baby on the bus, and the baby isn't happy. He has a wet diaper or something, I don't know. And then I looked at my 2 bottles of warm urine sitting next to me, and I'm thinking if I could get one of them empty, then I could fill it back up, right? But you know, the windows don't go down, otherwise you know, I would have done that a long time ago. So where can I dump the urine? And I'm wondering here. And then a stroke of genius occurs, right? Like, light bulb goes off, boom, you are genius. I look at the cushions, and they're made of cotton, right? They're cushions, and cotton can absorb. And I could take one of the bottles, move a few seats in front of me, right? Move a few seats up, and pour the urine directly into the seat. And if it smells, you know, people will think, oh, that's just the baby. The baby's got a wet diaper or something like that. And then I can sneak a few seats back to where, you know, I'm sitting. And, you know, and then I can reuse the bottle to relieve some of my bladder. And then maybe I can make it the last hour, and all will be okay. And then I can get to the urinal in the Granada bus station. And God, what a genius. I am awesome. Oh, mile 24.2, exactly 2 miles to go. And let's finish up this story here. All right, so I got my master plan, right? I'm a genius, and I'm gonna dump out my urine in the seat cushion, you know, near the baby. So I'm looking around, and I'm planning my secret moves up the seats. You know, and the bus driver, he's got those giant mirrors across the top, you know, so he just looks up, can see the whole bus. And so I'm watching him, and I'm watching the people, and I'm waiting for the moment when he looks up, and then as soon as he looks down, I'm going for it. So I get my backpack situated, I get my urine bottles all situated, I am ready to go. As soon as that bus driver looks up and looks down, I am ready to go. And then suddenly, "What's up, bud? We almost there?" I look back, Brian is awake. And I almost got busted by my own friend. So I tell him the whole story, and show him my 2 bottles of urine and tell him how I'm getting desperate. And by this time, I think there was maybe like 30 minutes left to Granada. And it was good that he woke up because not just for obvious reasons, but you know, actually talking about how badly I needed to urinate helped me pass the time. And but that's not quite the end of the story. So we finally make it to the Granada bus station, and I tell Brian, as soon as I get off this bus, I'm hauling ass to the nearest bathroom. Come find me there. And you know, wouldn't you know, it's just like an airplane. As soon as the bus comes to a stop, everybody stands up in the aisle and gathers all their stuff while standing in the aisle and blocking my way. So after about an eternity, I finally get off the bus and I jam to the nearest bathroom. And this is no little bus station, so I'm running to the nearest bathroom. Oh, and wouldn't you know, it's roped off because it's cleaning time, right? So I asked the lady in Spanish, is there another bathroom nearby? And she says, yeah, this way, that way, this way, that way. So I take off running again down this hallway, turn right down this hallway, turn left down this hallway, blah, blah, blah. And there's the bathroom. And finally, I get in there and I can start to go about my business, right? And oh my hail. So keep in mind that I ran from the exit of the bus all the way to the first bathroom, and then I ran to the next bathroom, right? So here I am leaking a lizard, and you know, in comes Brian, and he's gonna use the bathroom too. He goes about his business. He flushes, he washes his hands as best he can, because there's never any soap or paper towels in Spain. And he exits. I am still going. That is how full my bladder was. And that is the story of the Great Granada bus ride of 2013. Now, let's finish this marathon. 13.1 plus 13.1 equals 16.2. And that completes my COVID-19 marathon number 6 and marathon number 35 and spring cleaning OC marathon virtual run. Hopefully you enjoyed my story of the Great Granada bus ride of 2013, and I hope you'll run with me again. Please give me a medal by clicking the subscribe button down below, and I will see you next time. Thank you.